Guys. It's Super Bowl. Let's go. I cannot wait. New England Patriots taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And honestly, I've been hearing this narrative lately that this is going to be a boring Super Bowl. And guys, look at this NFL season. It has been ridiculously crazy. This is going to shape out to be one of the best Super Bowls yet. I mean, we had quarterbacks that did terrible last year step up and go really far in the playoffs. Jared Goff, Case Keenum for the Vikings, Nick Foles for the Eagles, which I'll talk about a little later. We had a game where the Vikings had 10 seconds left, and they threw technically a Hail Mary and scored the game winner with the Stephon Diggs. And we had rookies come out, and usually rookies take about 2 to 3 years to develop. These guys, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, Deshaun Watson, Leonard Fournette, they came in, they became Pro Bowlers right away. This is awesome. I like how the NFL is going so far, and I forgot defenses. The NFL is becoming more defensive, and it's freaking awesome. We're used to seeing the Peyton Mannings and Tom Brady's go up and down the field with their passing game, but Jaguars come in, Rams, Vikings, they come in and stop these high-powered offenses, make them beat them through the ground. This is awesome. We're going to go through the recaps of both teams first, and let's go. And we'll start with the Dreamers, as they like to call them, or the underdogs. These guys, after every game of the playoffs, have wore dog masks on their head. It's actually pretty funny. I don't think anyone's ever done it in the history of sports. But they want to symbolize that they are the underdogs, and really they have been all year, even in the playoffs. Number 1 seed, no one giving them a chance. And basically that's because Nick Foles, we'll talk about him in a minute, but Vegas, at the start of the season, don't give him a chance. Sportscasters everywhere don't give him a chance. And I mean, why would they? They have a second-year quarterback that played decent last year in Carson Wentz, but he looks like the MVP candidate. In my opinion, he has. He's kept his team in every game, has led his team to many wins, and has got that top seed. So he comes in, Week 14, unfortunately, tears his ACL. Nick Foles comes in, takes his place. Looks all right in the Rams game. Next 2 games, a little shaky, loses them both. But more importantly, in the playoffs, he comes up with big wins against the Falcons and the Vikings. And he looks like he's been leading his team to a W on Sunday. So we will see about that. They've also had major pickups this year in Jay Ajayi and Alshon Jeffrey. 2 of these guys that have not even came close to the playoffs. They're playing in their first Super Bowl. A lot of stories for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they want to get this win. I'm kind of hoping for them. We'll see. I'll tell you my pick at the end of the vlog, but let's go to the Patriots. So the New England Patriots, as I hate to say it, they're in another Super Bowl, but they deserve it. They played pretty well this season. First 4 games, I did not think they were making the Super Bowl. They had broke records for the worst defense in history of football in the first 4 weeks. I know that these guys beat them. We killed them. Now we only beat them by a field goal, but that is still a W. And they lost to the Chiefs by high points. Every team that played them that first 4 weeks would put up like 30 to 40 points. After that, they stepped up, made one of the biggest turnarounds in NFL history on defense, became one of the worst to the best. Props to their defensive coordinator who's getting a job next season. Also, the big story was Gronk getting hurt last week against the Jaguars. Tom Brady showed that he does not need Gronk to win, and he led his team to a comeback W. This team has played really well. They got the top seed as normal. They're in the Super Bowl as normal. Let's see. They're playing an NFC East team, and last time they played them, they lost twice to the New York Giants. So for this vlog, we're going to be going over what the offenses and defenses for the Eagles and Patriots need to do to get that win on Sunday. So we'll start with the Eagles. Okay, so first we'll go over the most crucial side of the ball for the Eagles, and that is their offense. Their defense is fine. They've played well all year. But their offense has struggled late in the regular season and somewhat against the Falcons. But last week or 2 weeks ago was a different story against the Minnesota Vikings, a high-powered defense. They were making them look like the Browns. I was super surprised with the backup quarterback in Nick Foles. And one reason is his little play-action options where he fakes to Jay Ajayi or LeGarrette Blount, and if he sees a wide receiver coming open in the middle, he'll take that ball, he'll pull it back and throw a little slant. If the corner's jamming him or he's tight on him, he'll hand that ball off. So I like the way they're doing that. Nick Foles also waited for things to develop. A problem with going against the Patriots, though, is Bill Belichick. He's a mind reader. He likes to take away the opposing team's best receiver or biggest threat. And last game against the Vikings and all season, I think that's been Alshon Jeffrey. So Stephon Gilmore, Malcolm Butler, they're going to trade off with him. Really good corners. They might even double him, so Nick Foles is going to have to look elsewhere. He's going to have to find the Nelson Aguilars, the Torrey Smiths, the Zach Ertz, which has been a security blanket for Carson Wentz, but not really Nick Foles. So if he can spread the ball, he will be fine. This team will go down the field, score points, and that is one of the keys. Look elsewhere besides Alshon. Look at your other options. Don't be afraid to wait and let things develop like you did against the Vikings. That's what helped the deep ball a lot. And you will do great, Nick Foles. Patriots offense. All right, Patriots offense. Started the game last week against the Jaguars. They did not look good towards the end. They looked really good, made a comeback. Brady led his team to a W, and that was just his offense playing well. One of the reasons was he was doing these little dump-offs to James White, his other running backs, Dion Lewis, Danny Amendola, come out the middle, just 5-yard dump-offs. This is going to be different against the Eagles. Eagles are very aggressive. They like to load up the box. They like to play press. Vikings last week against the Eagles, they tore them up down the field. Even though they only scored 7 points, they were getting big chunks, 30-yard, 40-yard plays, even late in the game when they were down. So if the Patriots can extend the field with Gronk, Brandon Cooks, they will be fine. They're going to have to switch it up. They can't look at these dump-offs. They're going to be man-to-man. They play really close up. If you do a double move on them, they're really vulnerable. I'm talking about the Eagles. So try these double moves. Gronk, Brandon Cooks, Danny Amendola up the field. They're not used to it. They're used to the little screens. Try this. You will be fine. To the Eagles defense, I know I talked about the Patriots offense, about how they stretch the field, they can complete these passes. Eagles defense, do not give Brady time. Get to him. Do what you did against the Vikings and Case Keenum. The guy got his ball tipped, had a pick six with Patrick Robinson going the other way. He got a strip sack. If you get to this quarterback and Tom Brady, you shuffle him up. The Giants did it in the Super Bowl both times. The Broncos did it a couple years ago in the AFC Championship. That is how you beat Brady. I'm talking Chris Long, Derek Barnett, Jalen Mills on the outside. Play aggressive. Let him beat you with his arm. I mean, that's not good to say about Tom Brady, but let him do it. Trust your pass rushers that they're going to get to the quarterback, and they will have no time to extend the field. So do this, and you guys will be fine too. All right, Patriots, on defense, you got an easy task. All you got to do is beat a backup quarterback that's only played 4 or 5 games that just came out of retirement. Take that out of consideration. This team has so many weapons. Jay Ajayi, Pro Bowl running back, played for the Dolphins, went off, is on this team, and is trucking linebacker after linebacker. Alshon Jeffrey, another Pro Bowl receiver that came over. Zach Ertz, security blanket all year. Oh, what do you know? He's a Pro Bowl tight end this year. This team has got weapons. And my opinion for the Patriots is take these out of consideration. Let the backup quarterback beat you. Let Nick Foles beat you. This guy likes to do his play action like I talked about and hit that first option. Take that away. I'm talking about Stephon Gilmore, Malcolm Butler, your linebackers in Van Noy and James Harrison. Press these guys. Press these receivers coming off. He likes to make quick passes in Nick Foles. That's why he has one of the best QBRs in history of the NFL. So if you jam these guys, you let him take that second or third option, wait 3 more seconds and take that, you have a chance of your pass rushers getting to the guy. You have a chance of him making a mistake, throwing the ball away. I'd recommend this. Let Nick Foles beat you instead of these Pro Bowl threats around you. All right, I'm going to make a quick Super Bowl prediction, hockey commentator style. Nick Foles looks really good off the bat, scores a couple touchdowns. Fast forward to the third quarter, Tom Brady hasn't looked good until now. He finally figures out this Philly D, scores a couple touchdowns, goes up 3 with 5 minutes left. Nick Foles has a chance to tie the game. Fortunately, he does. Unfortunately, he leaves a minute on the clock for Brady. Brady throws a pick. Eagles get the game-winning field goal. Eagles win the Super Bowl!